Happy Thursday. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here. I'm not in today. My children are still sick, so I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Today, we're going to continue to work on the wire figure mixed media sculpture. Yesterday, your job was to open up the 3A practice document and work on questions 1 and 2. And today, we're working on question number 3. Um, to review, the end result of the project is to create a mixed media sculpture, which means a variety of different mediums, to create a figure. In order to do this, we need to learn a little bit about the high quality and accurate proportions. We discussed what drawing was yesterday and talked a little bit about Leonardo da Vinci and how he developed very accurate, ideal human proportions for the human figure for the first time in history. We used these proportions yesterday to draw several different figures. Again, we should be having 7 to 8 heads tall in total height, and your spine and femur should be equal to each other. We want to make sure that the progression of body parts goes shoulders, elbows, hips, hands, and then knees. If you're not doing it that way, then the figure gets a little off. Yesterday, what we should have done is watch this video and created several um, drawings, at least 3, if not more, of the human figure. So if we take a look again at this figure, the idea is to start with a long, skinny vertical line, add a head as an oval, add shoulders and hips to your figure, add the spine, which is equal to the femur, and then add the rest of the body parts to create a high quality figure. And then I showed in the video and demonstrated how to add some volume and depth to that character. Once you are done with that, you should have taken a photo of your work and put it in question number 2 here. And now we're going to be talking about how to create the next one, which is 3. So, gesture drawing is a technique used to study the human figure in various poses or actions. So, you might have noticed the figure drawings that we did yesterday were all what I called static, meaning just standing still, focusing on the accurate proportions. But these gestures, which you'll notice, are much more dynamic and interesting. So when you're looking at different figures, what you'll notice is they're more interesting when the shoulders and hips are not aligned. So we're trying to strive from not doing a static figure today and trying to do a more realistic figure today. Before we talk a little bit about how to create that, we're going to talk about another artist named Michelangelo. Michelangelo was born in 1475 and died in 1564. And he was good at a lot of different things as well, architecture, painting, as well as sculpture. One sculpture that he was known, or rather, one artwork that he was very well known for is the Sistine Chapel ceiling, which was referencing the book of Genesis from the Bible. And it was a fresco painting that took him 4 years to complete, and he worked on it almost exclusively by himself. This ceiling was 1,100 square foot, which is larger than a football end zone, and had over 300 life size representational figures. So again, imagine painting this. These figures are lifelike. Remember, painting this for about 4 years, and it's as large or larger than a football in end zone. Look at the details that were included in here. So what we're going to be doing today is kind of taking some of these ideas that Michelangelo applied. Notice how the figures are not static or boring. Notice how they're contorted and tilted and have very accurate ideal proportions. We're going to apply that and create a dynamic gesture drawing. Again, we're still going to have 7 to 8 heads tall. We're still going to have femur equal to the spine. We're just going to have the shoulders be uh, above the elbows and then progressively go to the hips, hands, and knees. And you're going to be watching this video here on your own to create an ideal and then accurate proportions. When you're doing this, the main idea is to start with the kind of starting point that we did yesterday with the head, shoulders, spine, and hips, and then make the arms and legs do something dynamic or interesting. It does not have to be a sport. It can be, anything that you want. It just cannot be boring. Once you've drawn three of those in a dynamic position, try to do some where the shoulders and the hips are not aligned. Notice how the shoulders and hips are not aligned here, to create some higher quality and more interesting dynamic positions. It says here do three figures, but you're going to draw the entire class period, so don't stop after three and don't rush. Again, just like yesterday, you're really drawing so large that you only can draw one figure per page. Once you have your three figures drawn, at least take a photograph of them and put it in here, and then you're done with today's steps. Work hard, have fun, and be